Hey everybody, welcome to the weekend. We're marching towards the weekend.
Woo, countdown, guys. We are like almost there. It's hump day, countdown to the weekend.
And welcome to another episode of A Blind Guy,
His wife,
Their Life Live. On this channel, we explore entertainment, career opportunities and career choices, and health and wellness during a fun half hour of
I got it, y'all. Let me tell you something.
I got it.
No,
introducing you
because he's going to get the time wrong.
No, I'm not.
11:15.
Introducing you to people, interested people in our personal network, professional network. We get together here every Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday at 11:15 Eastern Standard Time. And we like to let you guys into our life and to see what it's like to change the narrative of normal, shifting the focus from being disabled to being differently able.
Guys, Corey is blind. He cannot see. So that's what we mean by, from disabled to differently able. Because Corey's able to do a whole bunch of stuff, like listen to his wife and, all those good things.
And remember, this broadcast is member supported by viewers like you. So how can they become part of our Blind Guys Life, Their Life family?
Well, scrolling right there at the bottom of the screen now is buymeacoffee.com/blind guy, his wife, their life. That means that if you would like to support this production, you can always make a contribution that way. You go to that particular link. It's right there on the screen. You'll see where you land if you type that in, and you'll see Blind Guy, his wife, their life. Corey's eyes don't work. He has a wife. They celebrate life. Scroll down. You can choose how many coffees you'd like to buy. You can purchase 1, 3, 5, or you can type in your own number. I'm going to type in 67 coffees. You can leave your name. You can leave a nice note. And it also shows you how much you are supporting this production with, as well as where the proceeds are going, because 100% of all proceeds do go to Autumn Pond Entertainment Incorporated, a 501c3 nonprofit organization. We are storytellers, so of course we've left you a treat, a storytelling video right there. And you can even watch that even if you don't buy a coffee. So guys, give a thumbs up. That's another great way to support this production.
Give a thumbs up. Make sure you hit the share button to share this information and this content with other people. And make sure you hit that notification bell to know when more content is coming out from Blind Guy, his wife, their life.
So what's happening today, Corey?
Today, we're going to have a fabulous guest for you. She is in retirement bliss, and she has reimagined herself from being a career, what I call cap buster, with being a military personnel and being a correctional officer and correctional counselor.
She's not a retired cap buster. She's still busting caps.
But yeah, she's still busting caps on the gun range, but not as a profession anymore. She also has reimagined herself in retirement bliss through food, culinary arts, and through making her own greeting cards. She is none other than our featured guest, Diane B.
Let's say hello to her. Hey there, Diane. Good morning.
Good morning. How you guys doing?
All right, great. How's the weather out there where you are?
Very windy. We're expecting a snowstorm this weekend.
Yeah, in the Midwest, yes.
Out there in the Midwest,
mountains.
So, yeah, that's true. So you won't
get that to you guys.
No, we'll be about 72 and sunny right now because we're just in the end by Saturday. So
yes, so we are looking forward to seeing you this morning. Everybody wants to know, like, how are you buzzing caps? So we're gonna see you soon. All right.
Okay.
And we always end our broadcast with LaQuita Marie's plant-based treat of the day. Today, did they get a special sneak preview today?
Sure, why not, guys? This is something that most people have in the morning. Corey's having it right now. So,
breakfast coffee.
All right. Yes, that nice breakfast coffee with some good power punch of nutrients that makes it for a good, healthy drink, and it gives you a good energy boost as well. So that is today's plant-based treat. And today, as usual, I will be reading the comments. So Philip Waldo Jr., first in line, says, "Good morning, everybody."
That's not what he said. Sonia with the Y said, "Good morning to all." And then Philip Waldo Jr. said, "Good morning to all." And Sonia with the Y, because, he came in second place.
PWJ, you got to get back in your first place ranking, but it used to be the first one. Now Sonia with the Y is just outrunning you every time. But good morning to both of you.
Yes, and she's also telling him, "Good morning, Philip," with 2 L's. He's asking where's his partner in crime, and he's saying he'll be here shortly. You already know who he's talking about.
MC.
Yes, always talking trash together. Hey there, Elizabeth. How are you? She says, hey, 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 folks.
Where in the world is Elizabeth?
You guys, Elizabeth was our guest for our 100th episode. So thanks, Elizabeth, for being on our show. You really rocked it. Guys, go back and watch that show. That episode just aired on Friday, or go to Elizabeth's channel. She has so many things over there for you. All things world travel. All things world travel.
I tried Elizabeth.
All about the different countries of Africa and how you can navigate businesses, all that good stuff. It's all there. So Sonia with the Y is saying he does a whole lot. He's an incredible and talented guy. I guess she's talking about
me?
Oh, perhaps.
I don't know.
We're confused. You are Corey, the talented blind guy, so I think she's talking about you. Guess who's here, Corey, saying, good morning, Milton, man on a mission.
Milton, man on the mission, craft. All right, everybody check out Milton's YouTube channel, Man on a Mission. He's all about his business.
Also a businessman, yes.
Businessman. Multiple
businesses teaching you how to get it done. Philip Waldo Jr. says, her cheated, talking about Sonia with the Y. But we've got David Hunt in here saying, yo, yo, yo. Well, actually, it says yo, and then the second yo is bigger. The third yo is not capped.
Yo, yo, yo.
Oh, that's how you would say that.
Kind of like that bust around. Yo, yo, yo.
Oh, well, check out David Hunt's channel. I usually edit my food videos, my plant-based videos in the morning during his morning meditation. He plays piano music. Sometimes he sings. He greets you. It's interactive. It's fun. Well, Corey, how would you say hey, hey, hey? Because that's what Kirk Nugent from How It All Works is saying.
You can just do the same thing with Busta Rhymes with hey, hey, hey.
Welcome, Kirk. You guys get over there and figure out your tech stuff.
How it all works.
Go to Kirk Nugent's channel. Kirk Nugent, you will find out the best way to get your live streams going and all those good things.
And Kirk and his wife, Mighty Nugent, will be joining us this Friday for live broadcast on Blind Guy's Life, Their Life, talking about their web design and tech work and how you can make yourself. Give me your tips to be
they've helped us.
Media consultant. So
easy to follow. Yeah. Corey can understand it, and he doesn't do tech, of course. He does on his computer, but not like visual text because Corey can't see. So David Hunt is chatting it up with saying hey to Kirk, and Sonia with the Y saying I was talking about Corey does a lot, to be clear.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Sonia with the Y.
Well, Kirk is in there chatting it up, and guess who's here? One Love family, ain't gonna hurt. He says, ain't gonna hurt nobody. Get on down. Is that the right word?
Yeah, that's it.
Hey.
XDMC, he's a music aficionado, a very talented television commercial production specialist.
He does the real deal, guys.
Yes, he does.
And then he also helps like regular folks, like, extraordinary people like Corey and I too.
Right. So he'll be coming on to do some consultation, a panel discussion about voiceovers in the next coming week. So
he was also a guest on the show. So go back and see that episode as well. Good grief. Philip Waldo Jr. talking about it's showtime, XDMC. See, they're already ready to cut up. And Kirk Nugent is saying, awesome. Looking forward to our show. Not as much as we are, Kirk. We can't wait to get Kanique on here. You're just like the sidekick. So, hey.
Let me tell you though, they are such a beautiful group of people. I talk to them on the phone and talking to them. If you see them on the lives, they're the exact same in person as they are on the lives. Just very, very lovely people. Kirk and his wife, so can't wait to have them on. Kirk and Kanique, Mighty Nugent.
Yes, I like Kirk. He's high key. Some people are low key. I'm high key, so that's why I like Kirk. He keeps it real. He comes with it, and XDMC is saying that's right. Talking to Philip Waldo Jr. Y'all not gonna cut up in here today. All right, Corey, should we get our guest in here with a 5-minute story?
Yes. We're gonna start today's broadcast with a 5-minute story. We all know that for those of us that are of age and willing to admit it, that there is a special person that comes from South Bronx, South Bronx, South Bronx, South Bronx. If you know who sang that song, type it in the chat, because it's very applicable to our guest. I guess spent some time growing up in the South Bronx in New York. And we all know that there, according to that person, I'm not gonna give the rapper's name out if you can type in the chat though. That person had a song called Ba da da dang, ba da 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 dang. Hey. Listen to my 9mm go bang. Hey. How you know that song? You in church?
I know, right? We was in church all the time. 72 to 80 days a week we were in church, but you know what I'm saying?
Well, that song probably inspired today's guest to become a professional cat buster.
Ooh.
She joined the military where she was in logistics and supplies. And when she retired from the military, she went right into guarding people like Philip Waldo Jr., Kirk Nugent, David Hunt, and ex-DMC. She became a correctional officer and a correctional counselor. She also has right now she's enjoying retirement and bliss from 2 jobs. Well, she's discovered her passion as in the culinary arts and creating handmade greeting cards. She's gotten into camping, and she still finds
glamping.
Glamping, yes, glamping. And she also still finds time to at the shooting range just to keep the skills tight.
I was trying to bust caps and I dropped some equipment. Don't mind me.
So it is time to introduce to you.
Wait a minute. Did we give the answer to?
Oh, did anybody put in the comments?
Yeah.
Let me see who got it right. Who got it right?
Well, you know, Philip Waldo Jr. was like BDP, and then ex-DMC was like Boogie Down Productions, KRS-One.
There you go. Y'all got it. KRS-One. Knowledge reigns supreme over nearly everyone.
Yes.
So without further ado, we are going to bring forward today's special guest. She is a retired professional cat buster. She's a culinary arts specialist, and she makes handmade greeting cards all while glamping in the woods. She is Diane B.
Welcome, Diane. How are you?
I'm doing well, thank you.
And that song ring a bell with you? Ba-da-da-dang,
oh, goodness, man. Wow, it's been a long time.
I left you. Gotta do it. Step two. You start a cipher in here.
I have not been back there in so long. Wow.
Oh, wow. You know, because, yeah, you've been 20 years in the military and then 20 years as a correctional officer. So you have retired not once, but twice.
Correct. Twice.
And then on top of that, while you were working as a correctional officer with that career, you were also in the reserves as well for 10 years of those 20 years.
Exactly. Yes. My occupations overlapped for 10 years. Yeah.
Wow. So, you know, we got people in the chat. They still talking. Ex-DMC is telling Philip Waldo Jr. saying, laugh out loud. I see he's showing some shoulder cord. I don't know why your shirt look like that. I was thinking, no, I look good. She looks good. And
how about that? There you go. How about that?
Anyways, David Hunt says, once no one mentions Ethiopian Airlines, we should be okay. And of course, he's going to mention it. I'm sorry. Diane, we didn't have this thing with Ethiopian Airlines. I don't know if you've ever flown Ethiopian Air. I know you've been all over the world, especially when you were like in Germany, learning ceramics and learning pottery. But yeah, they just want to go because they heard the stewardesses are very lovely. And so people are chatting it up, and Philip Waldo Jr. saying, David Hunt, wash your mouth out with soap. Because he did mention it. So let's get started with your military career. Is that where we're starting, Corey?
Yes.
Did you want to add something else?
You started out in the military, and again, you did logistics and supplies, but as part of your military experience, like LaQuita just mentioned, you also discovered a passion for your creative side in Germany as you worked with ceramics. And that continued into your post-military career when you were working in as a correctional officer. And that's where you discovered your ability to actually do culinary arts, such as cake decorating, right?
Yes, correct. Correct.
So I'm going to show here a photo of you because this is one thing that we mentioned. So let's just start here, rather than go all the way back, to the early days. We mentioned busting caps. That's what people want to hear about. SBC is saying it. I love when we can retire, look good, and still enjoy life and bust caps. Love it.
That's what I'm talking about. Thank you.
And then you got somebody that knows you very well. He's like, who's Diane? So
Still.
we won't mention nicknames here. Let's just get on to this busting caps. This is you at the gun range, not the gun range. You tell us, set this up for us. Where are you?
Okay, so I'm at Dragon Man. That's the name of the outdoor range here in Colorado Springs that my husband and I go to. We try to get there, a couple of times, out there every 6 months. Try to get out there, but we go out there and we have a great time. Sometimes we even get to shoot other people's weapons. It's just fun.
Got it. So I'm going to share this video clip because I have it on the screen, but I don't think everybody could hear it. And so let me just do that again, because for some reason people like to hear the
shotgun. Yes.
Right. So this is the shotgun, is what you're saying.
Yes.
Got it. So let's go for it. It's got some recoil for it.
But as you notice, it's not even bothering Diane because she's in her mind got that song playing. Day.
Yeah. And you can see the shells popping out, Corey. Corey has been to the gun range recently, even. And
that was something I was doing heavy over the summertime. And I was actually using a 9mm. I tried to use as the people say in Brooklyn, the 4/5, but the 45. They had a little bit more kick to it than I could. I couldn't realign my shot, but I was 50% on my target though. The gun instructor was using the fireman technique where they shooting in the dark, where they touch your head to go up, you touch your shoulder to go left or right, things like that. So
you're familiar with those techniques as well.
Yes, in the military, actually, in basic training, that's what they did with us a little bit. They would someone would be behind us, and they would tell us, okay, you need to adjust your sights. You need to go up, or you need to go down, or you need to go left, or you need to go right. So yeah, I'm really familiar with that. It really is really very helpful.
Nice. People are noticing everything in your background here. XDMC, Corey, I put up a picture of her from her days in the military. Now, XDMC says when you can retire,
I see it.
Like that in the background, you're doing well. So how old were you in this particular picture? Was this like at the beginning of the career, the middle of the career? Because,
that was in basic training. That was in 1981.
Oh, wow.
Yes, that was in basic training. I'm surprised I was
out. And people are still cutting up, Corey. If I mentioned here. Yeah, he's talking about, I didn't mention nothing. I was just trying to make sure that no one mentioned it to set Corey off. I'm sorry, Dan. You don't know what you just walked into. And because and Philip Jr. is like, Corey's kicking his shoes off and dancing. Want me to say the gun clip again? Right. So I was like, let me play it some more.
They're cutting up for real.
Yes. He's like, he's coming out there to check out that range. So like you said, you were pretty much a baby in this picture. And my mama is in here. She says, my first baby. Mama says that. Actually, I have a little story about that. If I can share that with you about your mom. Absolutely.
Right? I already know the story. It was my mother-in-law that was singing "Ba-da-da-dang." Listen to them.
Right, Philip Walton Jr. is shouting her out. So tell us the story. Go ahead.
So when I was thinking about joining the military, actually, your mom was in the Navy. And she was in the Navy, quick before that. But anyway, when I became of age and I was thinking about joining the military, and I asked your mom, I said, what do you think about me joining the military? And she said to me, I think that would be a great experience for you. So I really have to thank her for encouraging me and showing me that was something that was attainable for me.
Right. Something that was definitely attainable. And then in addition to being attainable, tell us about these certificates here, because this was a part of your retirement.
Yes. Yes.
Go ahead.
So I have that hanging up in the basement on the I love me wall. And so it is the top one is it's just a certificate of retirement. Just put my name, saying, that I did my time and I did it honorably. And then the bottom one is just basically just appreciation for my service.
Now,
Nice.
now, speaking of doing time, you were in a correctional facility for 20 years, but not from the perspective that you went from keeping the nation safe to guarding inmates and counseling inmates.
Yeah.
How did your military career prepare you for that?
Oh, wait a minute. Before you talk about your military career, getting you ready for, working at the correctional facility and retiring, because we've got her retirement picture. I have another Ethiopian Air fan that just came in saying blessings.
Yeah, babe.
So tell us about these pictures right here. 20 years there at the correctional facility, not
as an inmate, as a counselor and correctional officer.
Yeah, tell us about that experience. How did you make it? Was it easy? Was it just work as usual, like Corey said, or did the military really make a difference for your experience there?
So let me start off by saying that it was not easy, by no means. By me being born and raised in New York City, especially the Bronx, that really prepared me for my job at the federal penitentiary.
Wow.
It's very stressful. You're dealing with inmates from all walks of life.
Mm-hmm.
It's just it's a lot. It's a whole lot.
Part of the prison facility you worked at was the one Supermax facility in the country.
Oh, wait a minute, because Corey, how many times did Corey get locked down?
Look, that wasn't my fault. I told XDMC stop sneaking the cigarette now. No, but you were at a facility that had the one Supermax facility in the country that housed people like John Gotti and some of the other higher profile criminals, I guess you would say. So, but you worked at different levels in that. So you started out as a correctional officer, and take us on your journey from correctional officer to correctional counselor.
Oh yeah, because there's different levels of security. So explain that to us.
Okay, so I started out at the federal penitentiary, and actually I retired from the federal penitentiary, which is usually something you don't do. Usually you try to go and move around. However, I was thinking about doing that, but I met my husband here, so I stayed here. But anyways, I started out as a correctional officer in 1993. The facility was brand new. We didn't have any inmates. And
oh, wow.
Yeah, we didn't have any inmates because it was brand new. So, which was great for me because it was my first time working in a correctional facility. So it gave me an opportunity to get to see how things run. We got a lot of good training in, and I'm gonna tell you, I really needed that. I really did. So by the time we started getting inmates in, I won't say I was comfortable, but I had some experience, behind me. It was we would get inmates in like maybe 6 one day, 10 the next day until we reached full capacity. So I was from
the very beginning, basically.
Yes, the very beginning. Yes, very beginning.
Mm-hmm. And then you told us an interesting thing because you said when you first got there was so much glass, and then they graduated to bars because even though it was that that 6-inch glass, as the longer you beat on it, then it will break. And so go ahead, you tell us.
When I first got there, I actually thought I was on a college campus. It was so pretty. And the first thing I said was, it's too much glass. Why is all this glass here? Little by little, we started to have to put bars everywhere where there wasn't, where the glass was. Because we did have a little mini disturbance. The inmates decided they wanted to take the pool balls off the pool table. Yes, they do have pool tables in the federal prison. And they wanted to throw them at the staff members because they weren't happy about something. So we learned then that, hey, we have to, beef up security around here.
Wow. You know what? That's something. I don't know if I told you how many people were in here just shouting you out, saying hello, because, when they were all excited about the gun range, like XDMC was saying, retired lethal weapons, black tax. That's when Sonia with the wow was like, hey there, welcome. So, Sonia is she's in there saying hello to you. And just to let you know, this is not funny because Elizabeth is laughing here. She's laughing at this. Corey is saying, backstory. LaQuita Marie met Corey visiting Diane at work.
Oh, you know what? We never talked about this, but hey, those things happen.
Wow.
Hey.
So wait a minute. So people actually get
conjugals.
They get hooked up, like they
okay, so the federal system, they don't do conjugal visits. The state does that. But when I was a correctional counselor, believe it or not, I had to do paperwork for inmates that wanted to get married. And these women were not what you think. They weren't some ugly women that was just, down, in the gutter. No, these women some of them were very successful in life. And they would meet these women because they would do what? Pen pals.
And yes. Also, from what you were saying, these men are also not necessarily, because you were at the men's facility. Yes. And the men were intelligent. It wasn't like these were just scrubs, for lack of better words. So, they were actually, I guess, marriageable. They had skills, they had talents, and they had, what do you call it when you're getting out? Not an exit date, a release date, I guess.
Yeah, release date.
Release. Well, and that's another thing too. It's interesting because some women did marry inmates that had lengthy sentences. Yes.
Wow.
I said,
Right. Corey, Philip Waldo said that's why you wore your black shirt today.
And like LaQuita said, people think that inmates are just these like run-of-the-mills, unintelligent hoodlums. But in the prison system, you were actually saying there are a lot of very intelligent people, very talented people. You got people that are voiceover artists, animators. You have people that are tech people.
He's calling out everybody.
People that are teachers, crypto traders. You got people that sell shoes internationally. You got all those types of people in prison, don't you?
You see how he's doing our audience today? Look, Philip Waldo Jr. is being laughed at. Well, David Hunt is laughing with him because he's laughing at the flash dance. And David Hunt is a tech person. So these are the people that Corey is talking about. And Philip Waldo is very intelligent. So he says, you belong there too, Corey. So let's talk about this. Once you retired, okay, so when you were in the military, you learned, not the correctional facility, but way back when you were still in the military, that's when you learned how to do pottery from the start, setting the clay, putting it into the mold and all of those good things. These are things that you said, hey, I just want a high value life. I just want to get started with some good stuff. And then also while you were still in, when did you start with the culinary arts? Because I have a couple of cakes here. That was when you were at the correctional facility or still in the military?
I was at the correctional facility, and I just decided that I wanted to just try something a little bit different, try my hand at culinary arts. And so I went and signed up at the community college here in town. And they put me in a class called Advanced Wedding Cake Decorating. And I was very intimidated by that. But the head chef said, you'll be just fine. And you know what? He was right.
Wow. Yeah, I think he was right, because from what you told us, you only had a few classes. Because there was a combination of not wedding. I'm looking at the wedding cake, Corey. All of the cakes that I'm showing, you created. So the New York Giants.
That nasty cake.
Corey likes the Redskins. So
not Redskins.
You need to stop.
Right. And speaking of trash talk, Corey, David Hunt says, thank God I'm not a voiceover artist, because you mentioned anyway, so you took a combination of classes for wine, spirits, and cake decorating. However, Sonia is saying, very nice, Diane, but
thank you.
we also want people to know you only took how many classes for this?
That was just one semester.
Mm-hmm.
So it moved very quickly at a community college. So one semester. Yes, one semester. We met up once a week for 3 hours.
Right. So for people that feel like, well, I don't have enough experience, I've only taken one class or two classes, they can like, this is not impossible.
That's right. What she actually did for her coworkers with their faces on it.
Oh yeah, you created this one for your job.
And that was so much fun.
And you said, so we can see like all the people in the office, Bernie, Diane, that's you, Martin, I see Gilbert, the boss is in the middle. And then you were saying that the people were able to take their faces home like they were keepsakes, so to speak.
Yes, actually, because it's all fondant. And so I just went and purchased some skin color fondant and just came home and just had at it, and my husband even got into it because he met some of my coworkers, like the one that says, if you see, you probably can't see Hector, but he has glasses on. So he went ahead and he drew his face with the glasses and everything. And it was just so much fun. And my coworkers, they loved it. Like I was telling you before, I did not get one piece of that cake. So I was so happy. I was so happy that they enjoyed it.
Yeah. And then Corey, this is a cake that has paisleys on it. So you're, Sonia with the Y saying, so very nice.
Thank you.
I don't see David. Like you didn't work there. So anyway.
You were behind the bars, David. She couldn't do pictures of the inmates. It's a privacy act.
Right.
Right.
So these are all things to enhance the value of your life so that once you retired and you decided, hey, I'm going to start glamping, I'm going to start, living my best life. This is the inside of your camper, right?
Yes, it is. That's it.
I see like a microwave up here, a big refrigerator, and the sink in front of the window. I see a stove, all of those good things. Yes. And then you have the outside of it so that you have the awning that will roll out right there.
Yes.
This is cool. So when you are out glamping, are you guys, just enjoying life? Like I know a lot of times you have wildlife, like in the area in the Midwest. This is a picture that you took of an elk at the river when you backed your camper up, right?
That's it. We're up at Estes Park. If you're familiar with Estes Park, that is the area where they filmed the movie The Shining.
Oh, yes.
So that hotel, the Stanley Hotel, is up in Estes Park. And we actually went up there to visit the hotel and did a little tour and everything. But but that's an elk going across a little stream that was behind our camper.
Right. And so just all of your talents. Sonia with the Y says, so it's half lessons and half talent, which produced her wonder art.
That's right. That's absolutely correct. Yeah, that's right, Sonia.
And so speaking of wonder art, these gift cards that greeting cards. I keep saying gift cards.
By all means, do.
That's okay.
Speaking of wonder art, like these are things that you've gotten into since retiring. Camping, creating cards. This is a thank you card, Corey. It's like a gourmet or elegant or, looks like a Hallmark card, something you'd buy in the store. And then, this is her graduation cap. She decorated that. I did it. It's got decorations on it. So, when you have your cap on, people behind you can read it.
And this is when you got your master's degree in criminal justice, right?
Correct. Yes, that is.
Wow. So what year did you retire? Because I see your master's degree 2019. When did you retire from the correctional facility?
So it's interesting you asked that. I retired in 2013, in September of 2013. By January of 2014, I was starting class. I was working on my bachelor's degree actually in criminal justice.
Wow.
So I did that. I finished and I graduated from UCCS, University of Colorado Springs, in December of 2016. 2017, January of 2017, I jumped right into graduate school.
Wow. So, and this is just amazing because all of the accomplishments have just been rolling. But like you said, you want to do what you want to do, when you want to do it, how you want to do it. You remind me of Debbie. Lively View is her channel. She says Grand Rising Family. She recently, she's in Chicago, but she recently went to Ghana. And I'm not sure when she's going back, but yeah, took her children. And it's so funny because when I was watching her videos in Ghana, she was at this great place. I thought it was great, but she kept saying, you know, this place is nice, but it's not where we want it to be, you know. And then you see videos of the actual home that they were renting. They had a chef there while they were there. And yeah, so go to Lively View, guys, if you want to see Ghana today, real time, or it was like last month or the month before, but you know what I mean. And so I mentioned that because, of course, you've been doing all these different creations as far as the greeting cards, like this one here. This was not purchased from the store. This Happy Halloween card is something that you created along with the cakes and all of those good things. But we also have here something good. Oh, here we go, Corey. More cards. And these are all like, they look like 3D cards, like they're all different. And then we have something good here. So when I was talking about the chef that Lively View had, I'm just gonna play this video for everybody so that when it opens, when that opens up, pandemic, they'll get a surprise.
That's for Phil.
That's for Phil, right?
You discovered quite a bit about yourself in the pandemic, as far as like creating the greeting cards and going on these glamping trips, and also discovering your passion for cooking, the meat smoking, and your different savory dishes that you make. So now, you being a military person, retired military person, there are benefits that you can enjoy through the MWR. So for those people that might be listening that have military dependents or military beneficiaries, it's active duty, retired, tell them how the MWR can work for them.
Oh, wow. The MWR is great. You can go there and they have tickets for shows, like Vegas shows, sometimes at discounted prices. Like out here they have a lot of skiing. So you can get tickets for discounted ski tickets. You can get discounted tickets to just about, anything pretty much. They also offer equipment. So if they do offer, if you want to even go camping or glamping, should I say glamping, they do have some MWRs. They do offer where you can rent out a camper. Reasonably priced, everything is very reasonably priced that you can rent from them. If you're having an event, say, and you want to rent a tent, you want to rent tables and chairs, all of that, you can go over there, no problem. Very, very inexpensive.
And you've done that too, like for you and your husband, when you've had events, you've rented chairs and tables.
We have. Yes, we have. I think at one time they may have done bouncy houses too, so yeah, they're very, very good.
It depends on your location, because here we've done that where, since we don't have we know people that are affiliated with the military, we were able to rent the 40-foot tent, the large size tricycles, and we could have rented bouncy houses at our location. Lively View is so impressed with everything that you're doing. She says, Black people are so creative no matter where we are. Where do we get the card? I think you have to be a friend or family, because you said that this card was done for a friend, right?
Yeah, that was done for a friend of mine. She was going through some things and I just wanted to cheer her up. So I just, went to my craft room and I just said, I'm gonna make a card for her. And I just basically just kind of winged it. I just took some paper and I took my Cricut machine and I just took my little dies and I just started putting it together. Next thing I know, that's what I ended up with. So it wasn't really a plan, wasn't that card there though. That one there was a planned card. You can go on the website of Cricut and you can download that and it cuts it out for you, But some cards, I just go ahead and I just get creative with it.
Right. So we got to get our Cricut machine together and then we can, get our things together. Now, Philip Waldo Jr. was mentioning these ribs right here.
They were good.
He says doing jerky is a whole other level.
Oh, yes, it is. Yes, we have to talk about that offline, Phil.
So I guess in closing, what would you tell people that are retired, looking to retire, what exactly should they look forward to in retirement? I know Lively View is giving you some clues. She's like, hey, you should sell them. We
Thank you.
Some things. Look, she like, give me my card. I want to do some things.
I'm thinking about that. Thank you very much.
So should people look forward to like enjoying life? Should they plan for retirement? Because all of these things you sort of planned, you sort of got into, and you know what, Corey? There's even another one that involves food that I forgot all about. Well, I didn't completely forget.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Show it. Yep.
Yeah.
That's it. The bread.
Baking this bread is something that this was cinnamon raisin bread, and this is something that you also picked up since retiring. So, how can people live their best life? Like, what advice will you give people?
Wow, definitely plan for retirement because you have to have the funds. So definitely do that. And think about what your passion is. Think about things that you always wanted to do, but you never had time to do. And also, most importantly, I repeat, do not be afraid to step outside of your comfort zone. Do not say, I can't do this. Because once you say you can't do something, you won't do it.
You absolutely won't do it. I just put the bread back up again, Corey, because, that was such a lovely sight. And who knew, we've been eating bread from the store, but look, this is something that if you wouldn't have said, hey, I want to do this and I can, you wouldn't have done it.
Try it. What I did, I didn't know if I can make bread. I just went it's a very inexpensive bread machine I bought. It was what, $55.
And then with you being at a higher altitude there in Colorado, then you had to make some adjustments with baking, whether it was for the cakes, for the bread, or what have you. But the point is, hey, make the adjustments, get it done, right?
That's it. So there's a will, there's a way.
This has been absolutely wonderful. I know that you've also you took your class in spirits. Philip Waldo Jr. is saying Corey sipping yak today. So,
and Philip, just so that you know, when you and your wife renew your vows, Diane, she can rent the tents and the chairs for MWR for cheap.
That's right.
She can create the invitations. And the only thing is when your people do RSVP, she has to go through them before they come to your cell block and get to your hands. So, and she has a trailer that you can rent for your 5-minute honeymoon. So you do a lot of time in prison. So
you know what? This is just great. People have enjoyed it today. Sonia says she retired from the kitchen, but she has enough cooks in the family. Yeah. Waldo is saying thanks for coming on, Diane. So we are going. Yeah. Oh, well done. So, do you drink coffee? Because that's our plant-based treats for today. So, are you a coffee drinker?
Yes, I do. I drink coffee every now and then.
Okay. Well, then hopefully you will enjoy our plant-based treat for today because it's, something that most people do, if not every day, like you're saying, sometimes. So we're going to put you backstage.
Hang out to the end of the broadcast. We'll talk to you after the broadcast.
Wait a minute, Corey.
Thank you. It's been fun.
Thank you so much, Diane. But the trash talk never stops. Corey is be out of backs. All right.
I'm still in. I've been married for 21 years. I'm still in.
We'll see you soon. All right, Corey, get us on to our next segment so we can finish up the day with something great.
You can buy us a coffee by going to buymeacoffee.com/BlindGuysWifeToLife, but you can also make yourself a coffee if you follow the recipe for today's plant-based treat by Chef LaQuita Marie.
Breakfast coffee.
The best thing ever. We've got our coffee, we have our cacao powder, we have our turmeric, we also have sugar, almond milk, and cayenne pepper. Half a teaspoon is probably good. I'm making this for everyone, so I'm going to put a big teaspoon. Turmeric has turmeric, which can stop Alzheimer's and Parkinson's disease. Also antioxidants to reduce the risk of cancers like prostate, breast, skin, and other cancers. Next, we'll add our sugar. Got my cacao powder. Got this from Walmart. I also get it from Amazon. Cacao powder is rich in antioxidants that reduce fatigue and fight cancer. It's also the highest plant-based source of iron. Coffee, about a half a cup. Blend this up before I add the ice. That way the cacao powder gets dissolved. So make sure the ice is covered a little bit for the most part and blend. Then just add your milk. You can add rice milk, you can add soy milk, coconut milk, whatever plant-based milk you like. Almond milk is high in vitamin E, an antioxidant that fights diseases, also great for your eyes and skin. This is how I make this a full breakfast. I take my cayenne and put it in there, just a few shakes, and then I add my flax. Cayenne is great for relieving pain, managing weight, easing itching, reducing inflammation, treating colds and congestion, and protecting the nervous system. Research shows there's a lower incidence of breast cancer among females who consume flaxseed regularly, and it may help reduce the risk of breast cancer after menopause.
All right, coffee. One of my favorite things, Corey, just so that you know, it looks like I have a new job because Lively View is saying, I need you in my kitchen. I will pay. She also said, thanks, Pam, for the positive content. And Philip Waldo Jr. is wishing everyone a great day. And then, wait, he also says, Method Man says, cacao.
Chilling in the shouting out.
Corey, how do we say goodbye today?
We want to say thank you for joining us on this episode of The Blind Guy.
His wife.
Their Life Live. Join us every Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, 11:15 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for more fun and fabulous content. Tomorrow, you can join our special guest, Simone Davis. She's a television news journalist.
Oh, Wavy TV 10.
Wavy TV 10. She's going to be talking about how she's gotten into the news industry, how you guys can inspire somebody that's looking to be a television media journalist.
Journalists, not be on the news.
You don't want to be the news. You want to be a newscaster.
Not at Supermax.
Not at Supermax like Philip. So, with that being said, we want to say goodbye to you by saying because of our cat buster, and then we say deuces.
Deuces.